Hello, I'm Dennis Embry. I'm president of PAX's Institute and the senior scientist here, and it's a pleasure to be speaking to you. The mission of PAX is for students to learn how to create a better world, and for us as adults to support them in that journey. PAX is a powerful tool for children to use internally with themselves, with their peers, and with the adults in their environment to create a nurturing environment that helps their entire mind and brain grow toward the things that they authentically, truly want to do in the world. When PAX is introduced to children, most of the children are excited and hopeful and interested in something that for them it seems like they might have sort of superpowers at being able to better the world.
Annabelle, which picture did you draw?
This one.
How are you a PAX leader in this picture, Annabelle?
Well, helping somebody so they won't get hurt and so they won't fall down. And I stopped and I was running. I saw somebody fall down and somebody pushed them. And I picked them up and I helped them.
There'll always be a few children who are standoffish. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure I trust the adults to do something. So those wary children will wait until they start to see it work. And most importantly, they'll wait to see if you as an adult are authentic about the purpose rather than using PAX as some trick to control them in ways that they find aversive. PAX is in fact teaching self-regulation, co-regulation, and group regulation for a bigger purpose that we want our students, our children, our future leaders to understand that they have power to create peace, productivity, health, and happiness in their lives. Once they understand that, they're in with you on this PAX journey. PAX is amazingly easy in many ways to learn, but not exactly. Consider when we first learned to ride a bicycle. We're klutzy. I ran into the wall, but I did learn not to do that again, and I learned how to put on the brake. I learned how to steer the bike. I learned how to watch the traffic and plan where I wanted to go. And I learned how to be steady on the bicycle. That's a little bit like PAX. You have to go out and apply it, and at first you'll feel wobbly. Did I do that right? Well, get up and do it again, and the next time it will be better. It's not a curriculum. It's a daily pattern of living and loving and having laughter and learning with your children. What is PAX not? PAX is not a classroom discipline program. PAX doesn't have sticker charts. It doesn't have clip charts. It doesn't involve humiliation. It doesn't involve reprimands and sending the child to the principal's office or notes home about the disappointment and the difficulties that a child had in the classroom. All of those kinds of consequential punishment things are not part of PAX. PAX is growing the child's mind rather than humiliating or berating the child's behavior.
I feel like the good behavior game is my main source of classroom management. I don't find the need to have other kinds of systems that I'm using because they are doing what they need to do in the game. They're working as a team, so it's working on those team skills. And it allows me to just teach. Before PAX and before the good behavior game, I probably spent half of my classroom instruction time managing my students. And now with the good behavior game, I can teach, and I can teach for the whole time. And I know that my students are getting what they need, and they're still having fun at the same time. So it's definitely changed the amount of time I get to teach, and so it's really the only thing I need.
PAX is needed in the world because 1 out of 2 of every American children will have a mental, emotional, or behavioral disorder by age 18. Now, that number has been climbing steadily for the past 20 years. And now we have the practical science that can, in fact, turn that curve now rapidly so that our children have a more positive, normal, healthy development.
Once a student understands themselves and understands how to self-regulate in the classroom, oftentimes those students that may be those that you stereotypically think of as being ADHD, that is a diagnosis that I think is loosely used often throughout the United States. And we have kindergartners who come in, we have students that come in from a variety of backgrounds, and to teach them self-regulation and understanding themselves in order to focus and stay focused in the classroom really reduces the need to go down the path for identification, because a lot of times that's what the students lack is that ability to self-regulate in order to attend to a task in a timely manner or stay on task for a certain amount of time. So with that said, that has reduced the number of students going through the RTI process, because this has been a building-wide system that we put in place to address student needs and help them focus in the classroom.
I think PAX changed my life because, it helps people do what they're supposed to. And then, in kindergarten, when I first started out, it was hard because I was like, oh, I thought this is going to be, hard for me. And then when I actually came to kindergarten, and then I kept building my knowledge, and PAX helped me because it helped me pay attention and build my knowledge. So then now, when I'm in 3rd grade, it helps because it helps you pay attention doing math and reading and science and social studies and stuff like that. And it helps you be able to know more.
The short-term benefits of PAX are an immediate ability for children to learn to pay attention and to work harder on the tasks that are important to you and to them. They begin to see many problematic behaviors that are annoying them individually or collectively during the day. You get to notice that as well. You will feel a difference in your voice. You will go home a bit more relaxed, and you will enjoy your children and your classroom much more right away. The long-term effects of PAX, starting in adolescence, are a reduction in initiation of virtually every substance: tobacco, alcohol, illegal drugs, marijuana. In addition, the experience of bullying has gone down dramatically. And most importantly, one of the most lasting effects that begins to bloom powerfully in adolescence is that friendship networks are much more pro-social, much more reinforcing, and less filled with cuts and put-downs and bullying and all those kinds of things, which really cut to the soul of an adolescent trying to emerge as self and have an identity of purpose in the world.
Hello, my name is Danny Carrillo. I'm a junior in high school, and my heritage is Hispanic. And so my parents come from Mexico, from both the city of Michoacan, and I've been a PAX leader for a couple years now, since 6th grade. First, to start off, PAX is really effective, and how they should use it is they should use it as a way to not change the way their kids are, but change the way they think. And so they should change not really the kids who they are inside, because who they really are is what kind of defines the kids. And so PAX just refines the good kid in everyone.
Now that begins also to translate that the children are doing much, much better in school. They will need less special services. Depression goes down. And for those of us who have seen the rise of suicidality in adolescence and young adulthood, that is one of the most important things that goes down with PAX, is suicidal thinking and actual suicide attempts. As they enter into young adulthood, we see that they complete school, graduate from high school. They are less likely to have high-risk sex, which could result in pregnancy. They're more likely to graduate from high school and enter university. Most importantly, for those of us hoping for the future, their lifetime income substantially increases because now they're more productive taxpayers and they are far less likely to be incarcerated or on unemployment or disability. Thank you for your interest in the PAX Good Behavior Game and what it does for teachers, for students, for families, and communities. This is a journey for all of us to make the world a better place. And your inquiry and interest and application of PAX is part of that journey. The journey also involves feedback from you, the children and families and communities that help us make this better. We are constantly tweaking and making this more effective, more powerful to create more peace, productivity, health, and happiness for the future of all of us. Thank you so much